Hi, what's up guys? Al from It's Android's World here, today doing my very first Hero ROM review and tutorial. So we're going to start out with the review, of course, like always. This is MLIGN 3.0 Hero ROM. A lot of people say that MLIGN has the best Hero ROMs, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. First off, my SD card is partitioned to ext4 and Linux swap 128 megs, and of course FAT32, so that's my partition setup. Here's the lock screen. You got the transparent lock screen with the black throttle, T-Mobile, time, date, and the notification bar. As you can see, the throttle is extremely fluid. That's one thing I always like to have. It's just one of those little things that make for a better experience on the phone. Of course, you got your bottom stock Hero dock, which is a lot better than any of the custom ones I've seen. The application drawer, the phone app, and the add to home. Of course, with the Sense UI, you get the 7 home screens, which is always nice to have, more than, just 3 on Android. And tons of widgets. And I love having the Sense UI on my phone, just because of really the widgets and the 7 pages. You got your black notification bar up on top, very smooth, transparent, as you can probably see through. Up on top, I'll try to get a good view of that. You have little notches on the battery now, and that's good for, just letting you know a little bit more in detail how much battery you have left. It's a little bit easier to decipher how much is left. We'll go ahead and take a look at the widgets, because they're quite nice. I'll go ahead and remove the music widget. As you can see, it's pretty fluid. Not too much lag there at all. And we'll move the overclock widget a page over. So not too much lag there at all again. So as you can see, that's very fluid, and you got the HTC widgets. You got the bookmark widgets. This is a visual bookmarks, and this is the text bookmarks. Those are the only 2 you get. Got the calendar widget. You got the big giant calendar, which you saw on my home screen, and you got the little calendar, which just displays the next event you have. You got the clocks, 12 different clocks, big, small, weather, 2 different clocks for 2 different states, small digital, big custom, another big custom, another big custom, another big custom. That one's actually pretty groovy and interesting, but I don't like that. You have your mail widget, which you can actually flick through your emails like that. You have your messages widget, just one messages. You have your music widget, which you saw this one on my other home screen. And you also have the full screen one. Full screen widgets really drain the speed of your phone though, so I try to keep away from most full screen ones. You got your people widget, the big one and the small one. You got the photo album widget where you can flick through your photos on your phone. You got your photo frame where you can just select and display one photo frame. You got your search, which kind of looks like the donut search, but it's not. It's still cupcake. You got some settings. You got airplane, Bluetooth, GPS, mobile network, and Wi-Fi toggles right for the home screen. You got Twitter widget, which you saw on my home screen, and there's also the smaller version. And last but not least, 3 different forms of weather: full screen, small, and very small. So those are the widgets included. You also have the stock Android widgets, which is where widgets you download from the market go to, and of course applications and folders. Opening up applications is decent on this. As you can see, if I open, slight lag, opens up the application, loads it, and there you go. So not too slow at all. And if you have a Class 6 SD card, which I don't yet, you're gonna notice much faster different switching through applications and going home. So if you probably saw the animation, it looks very gorgeous. It goes back, changes, and brings it back up. So that's one thing I really like. And you guys know I like being able to swipe through my home screens really fast, and this ROM is really good at that. So that's one thing I like. The application drawer is pretty fluid as well, as you can probably tell. You get all these applications built in that you see, except for Meebo, Linda, Overclock, and that's basically it. Those are the only 3 applications I downloaded. Of course, this is Android 1.5, so if I go to settings, about phone, it is from a 1.5 MLIGN Hero, so that's pretty cool. MLIGN does make great ROMs. The flip clock right here does not flip, so you guys know. Clicking the clock will open up the clock application. Slight lag there, but pretty quick. And clicking the weather will open up the weather application. So as you can see, MLIGN is actually really smooth, and that's one thing I really like about it. Updates pretty fast, and you have a nice animation. The browser, of course, has multi-touch and I believe flash content. We'll go ahead and check that out right now. And we can finally see how long the browser takes to load up. So not too long at all. Go ahead and go to a site. So I'm going to pull up a website that's going to take a little long to load, and I'll be right back to you guys. Alright, so we're back, and I'm loading up just a quick video on egg2.com to see if it loads up. And we'll see if multi-touch works as well. Alright, so multi-touch does work, and that was pretty impressive. Oh, it looks like flash content's working as well. So that's pretty impressive. Once again, this is in the browser. As you can see, I can pan around, zoom in. Wow, that's really smooth. Wow. Full screen when you double tap on it. That's pretty nice. And let's see how fast you go home. Alright, so not too bad there. And now we're going to go ahead and do the tutorial on how to get it. So of course, please watch my how to root video if you do not have Almond ROM's Recovery Range 1.5.2. If you do have it, you're going to turn off your phone and hit power off and hit OK. Once it's powered off, turn it back on using home and power, and we'll wait for it to boot up. Here we go. You're going to scroll down to partition, hit partition SD card, hit home. You're going to set swap size to 128 by using the trackball. Hit home, ext2 size to whatever you want, and then hit home to partition. I'll get back to you guys when that's finished. Alright guys, and once it's done, you're going to scroll down to convert ext2 to ext3, hit home and let that finish. Alright, and now that that's done, you just scroll down to ext3 to ext4 and hit home and let that finish. This one actually does not take that long, but I still don't want to waste time, so I'll be right back. And now that it's finished, you're going to go back and you're going to hit go to console. Then you're going to hit enter and you're just going to type in reboot, R-E-B-O-O-T space recovery, and then hit enter. As you can see, your phone will turn off, turn back on, and it'll actually take you straight to recovery. So while that's happening, you're just going to open up the USB door and get that ready. I suggest just leaving that there like so. And while that's loading up, and it should take you to recovery right about now, you're going to hit USB MS toggle, and it'll say enabling USB. So then you're going to get your USB cable and plug it into the bottom of the phone. And when you do that, go back to your computer. And once we're back at our computer, you're going to open up your SD card, and nothing should be on there due to you partitioning your SD card. And then you're just going to drag over the MLIGN hero file onto the root of your SD card. So this is a 73.6 megabyte file transfer, and I'll get back to you guys when that's done. Alright guys, so it just finished. So let's zoom back out. Then you're going to safely eject your SD card from the computer. And once that's done, go back to your phone. And now that we're at our phone, you're going to hit home to disable the USB MS, unplug the USB data cable, go back to go to console, slide open the keyboard, press enter, and once again type in reboot, R-E-B-O-O-T space recovery, R-E-C-O-V-E-R-Y, and then hit enter. Alright, and now you're going to scroll down to wipe and hit wipe data partition and hit home and let it wipe. Then go back, go to flash zip from SD card, hit the MLIGN.hero3.0.zip and hit home and let that install, and I'll get back to you guys when that's finished. And of course, once it's finished installing, you just hit home and back to reboot the phone. You are now running MLIGN 3.0 Hero ROM on your phone